Welcome, welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
As part of Mike's field trip to the movies, and such an important program, what does it mean to you when you're going to go out there and see thousands of students watching your film?
Well, it's just a huge relief that kids actually like the movie, first of all. But then, second of all, it's a huge honor because kids are the most honest audiences in the world. So if they love your movie, then you must be doing something halfway right. And so as a filmmaker, as an artist, it's a huge validation.
And what does it mean to you?
I mean, we were those kids. We watched these films that inspired us to do what we're doing now. So it means so much to be able to, be a small part in giving back to them and hopefully inspiring them.
Yeah, same. I mean, for me, when we make these films, part of what inspires us is we want to make a movie that our young selves would have wanted to see. Mm-hmm. So in many ways, these kids represent our young selves. So, it's a little nerve-wracking because, like you said, they're very honest. So, you hope you did your young self right.
Well, you guys are way ahead of me because my next question was, does this remind you of going to school, going to the movies as a kid?
Absolutely. I mean, one of my seminal memories from childhood was going to The Empire Strikes Back. It was my first. I'm from New York, and it was my first time. One of my first times going into Manhattan, into the city, and I remember being in utter shock at the end of that film. And we talked a lot while we were making this one, can we end this in a way that leaves people shocked the way we were when we were kids, and sometimes when we left the film. So, that's always been at the forefront.
You even remember where you saw that film?
Oh, I remember it very well. Yeah. I remember it very well.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things that this film does really well is it sort of begs repeat viewing, which is something that I did a ton of, and my mom was very happy when VCRs first came out because she could just get the tape and I could watch it again and again and again until the tape wore out. But I remember going to the theater 6 times to see Return of the Jedi, right after Empire, and that was, every time was something new.
And you were that guy who didn't return Thriller.
I was that guy.
Because I was waiting for that.
You know what it was?
For so long.
It was Buckaroo Banzai.
Oh, okay.
I rented it so many times.
Do you have a moment like that?
Yeah, and actually mine is the same as Kemp. It was Empire Strikes Back. I was at the Cinerama Dome with my father when Empire Strikes Back came out in Hollywood, and went to the Cinerama Dome, and actually I thought for the longest time I was convinced that was a documentary because in the audience that day at that premiere at the Cinerama Dome, Mark Hamill stood up and waved to the crowd, and I had already seen Star Wars, and so I thought, oh, Luke Skywalker's real. He's real, and this is his movie, and this is about his life. And so I distinctly remember it, and remembering the feelings over and over again. There's so many movies throughout my life that have made me want to do this, and to be able to be here with a bunch of kids who are sitting in the exact same position I was is amazing.
What advice would you give to a young mind that wants to become a filmmaker?
I would say go make films and work hard and don't ever stop making films. Make films with any medium that you can, and find friends and attract friends who also want to make films. Stick together and support each other and just make them. That is, there's no reason you have to wait. You don't have to wait for, you can use a phone to make a film now. You can use anything. So I would say that's my number one bit of advice, is just make them, and you will learn how to make films by making them.
Yeah, I mean, along those lines, I think, the ideas that we had when we were younger and the ideas that we have now, they've obviously evolved, but a lot of them are the same ideas. We just get money to make the things now. But the ideas are the same. They're just as pure as they always were. So hold on to that. Really love the process of making the films and the fact that it's a big collaborative effort. Just stay true to your vision.
Yeah, I'd say don't be afraid to have your own point of view. I mean, we're encouraged so much to kind of fit in with crowds, and so much of filmmaking, I think, is artists having a very distinct point of view. And having that distinct point of view when you're very young can bring sometimes unwanted and negative attention. But that ends up kind of being your superpower when it comes to creating art, because you're doing something that's not like everyone else.
Oh, that's beautiful. And finally, how can film inspire children in your mind?
Oh man, that's That's a big question. That's a big philosophical. I mean, I think film can inspire kids in like a thousand different ways, large and small. I mean, it can show them parts of the world they've never seen before. It can. Film is a wonderful way to remind young people that the things that they go through are universal experiences. When you're young, you spend so much of your time as a young person feeling like you're the only person in the world who's experiencing a thing, and sometimes film, for me at least, when I was young, really connected me to the rest of the world. It showed me that the things that I was concerned about, the things that I cared about, those weren't just my problems. Everyone was going through those same things.
That commonality.
The perfect music.
This is
the
it,
perfect
right?
background music for how to inspire kids.
It's true. Yeah, I mean, look, for me, I was an only child, and art and film and animation saved me. You know, I really was able to get lost in the process of imagining these worlds and designing these worlds, and without it, I don't know where I'd be. So I think it's something that can be a benefit to anybody who feels like maybe they don't have the support of those around them. It's something that you have within you that you can externalize.
So the question is, how would I inspire kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does film inspire kids? And you make film.
Well, I think what it is it's the greatest medium for being able to express oneself and connect to other people. And what we really do is try to talk about relationships between people. And we all have difficult relationships. We all have beautiful relationships, moments of joy, moments of pain, moments of just profound sadness that we all share, and we want to know that we're not alone in the world. And I think finding a way to connect people to the experiences that you've had so that you as an artist can feel like maybe someone out there gets what I went through, and that's like what Kemp is saying. It's it's why I do what I do. It's just so that I can feel like we're all not alone in this world, and that there's a reason to keep making anything is to connect to each other.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. I really appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
You could enjoy all the screams out there.
Awesome.
Thank
Thanks.
you.